Hi, this is Sharon at Sound Marketing. I've got another live interaction to show you as far as viewer engagement. And I thank all of you for being here. If you left your email addresses, I'll send you updates at the half an hour, 1 hour, 3 hour, 10 or 12 hours, and also to update after 24 hours. Okay, a while ago I just did another demo for another potentially interested client. So what we're going to do is take you through the upload of a story. Right now it is 11:49 a.m. We're here on the West Coast, and you see this particular business name here. This is their business page. I'll be showing you some other things as I go ahead and get the story uploaded. First thing we're going to do, I'm going to move on up to the admin panel. This is the area where the individual that posts your stories, or if you have a digital team that uh, does your ads for you, this is where they will usually come to, to do their work. And what we do is we start out here by putting up a story, and we always select to use albums because it's the nicest way to present a very beautiful, laid out poster that can then be used at of various other social media. So the story that we're going to put up now is going to be about what are your main goals as a uh, professional live sound engineer. And we selected an image to start with, and we'll go ahead and upload that image, and they'll let us then add the other three, and I'll put those in now. And they will be just in a row here, hoping I can select them all simultaneously, and I can. And then I'm going to go to the copy and add some content. This particular viewership is really into the information. So we always want to make sure that we're feeding them stories that are of interest to them. A lot of them, though, we've found have no problem asking and making a request for various topics. And whenever we can do that, so far we've always been able to respond to them. And we actually like that because what we've found that's been happening now is that a lot of these engaged viewers are sending our stories out, to their friends, and we're gaining a lot of social reach just based on that. So every image I'm going to go back in here and I'm going to add a little bit of copy because I know that they're looking for not just pretty pictures or diagrams. They do like and they do read the copy, um, and that helps keep us on our toes as well. So I've got two more images, and I'll drop that information in. And then what you're going to see that I'm going to do next is go over to the album. And in the album, I will be able to drop the entire story in one piece because we've also seen that this viewership, some of them will view the images image at a time, or they may start out by just viewing the entire album, and then they'll go back in later and they will view the story in its entirety. So we make sure that's one of the other supporting reasons to do an album, because they do like that quite a lot. And besides the fact, it gives you a really nice poster piece to put up on Pinterest or Flickr or other locations. Okay, it's 11:53. I'm going to go ahead and post this, and we're working in real time right now. However, when there's a lot of clicks going on, the updating can be slowed down, and we'll just see how things are going. We just try to get up to the top of this to see exactly how this looks, and then I can see areas that I need to clean up a little bit. I may not take too much time to do that right now because I want to get you guys right out to the front so you can see the engagement and what the time frame is. So we're going to save that. I'm going to run over to the front of this business Facebook page, and let's see if there's been any activity. Okay, it's 11:53 still. It's saying 34 seconds. Okay, we've got 50 people that did respond already. So I'm going to capture this information for this client, and it's still holding in at 34 seconds, which is wonderful. So they'll be able to see that they reached 50 people in those 34 seconds. And now I will change this to be a highlight story. This will make it a little wider on the landing page for Facebook. And we also have three people that took time to say that they liked this story. So I'm going to do the same thing I did for these people here. Just going to copy that. But I do want to just acknowledge these three people, change the names, of course, and let Elder, Oscar, and Carlos know that we appreciate that they were the first three people to recognize and like the story. Okay, I'm going to take you over actually to the insights area, and in that insights area, you're going to be seeing the um, numbers as far as the response um, of the individuals that have connected with this story. These are very engaged users. Um, uh, Viewers actually, and users of this particular business's product service. So let me enlarge this a little bit, and we're going to go up to the admin area. Now this is the area, again, as I said, that your administration person that's manning the business Facebook page would work. And we're going to go into this area here, which is insights. You're going to have the posts, the talking abouts, and the reach. These little dots here represent the dates that a post actually went up. So you can see there's been a little bit of a gap between a post here and this date, and then again. So let's go ahead and click right in there, and we'll see what we have happening. Okay, so here's our story. We know we had 50, that we've reached 50, and this was the goals of a live sound engineer. What are the main goals? Here, you can see the 50 is shown by this chart and graph, and the engaged users. This is always really interesting to have a look at. This is only after that 34 seconds, and we can see these 34 individuals that are registered here as far as having connected with this story. They've already gone and made a click on 124 images well, 124 times rather. There's only 4 images, but they've made 124 clicks or views to that image. In addition to that, there's been 31 other clicks, and those other clicks can be anything from, maybe they clicked on the image because of someone's name, or they saw it in their time page on their page of Facebook, or it could be that they've actually been someone that actually connected by making a indication that they like that particular story. So we're going to update this, see if these numbers are going to update. And as I said, see, with 50 showing up as connecting in uh, 34 seconds, there's probably a lot of activity that's going on right now. I'm going to jump over to Safari, and we'll update here in Safari. When I say update, I mean refresh the page. Then I'm going to move down. I can still see up here it's hanging in at 50. So, okay, this is 4 minutes, and it hasn't updated yet for us. But in 4 minutes, I know that there's been some activity because of the number of people that connected in such a short amount of time. And I'll go ahead and enlarge this, but not quite that large. Okay. Next I'm going to show you is the album and what I meant by how nice the albums look. This is a large view of the album. You see the story here, you see the images, and it just makes for a very nice poster piece to tweet out, to post on Pinterest, to pin actually in Pinterest, and to also post on Flickr. If you have audio to add, whether it's some information about the business, you can also do that as well with an image like this, and have your audio content play out. Um, in another format, which would be just the single image that they would be viewing. But they do have this really nice looking poster with the 4 images there to have a look at. So we're going to go back to this front page. I want to show you one other um, post that was done just a while ago. And that was also done with just 4 images. Okay, so let's see, we got 5 minutes here. Refresh to see what's happening. Okay, now it's shown that it has updated 606 images. I could see that 606 people rather have connected with this post. So you see in 6 minutes, I need to go really quickly so that I can capture that in 6 minutes and not as happening in 7. But still, this will make that client very happy to see that they've had such immediate response to this story. And in that time, they've had also 17 people to acknowledge and make a notation that they like the story. So I'll capture that for them as well. And that's going to be captured in that 6-minute time frame. So let me go to show you one other post. This is a post that was using 8 images, and this is why we do our postings in divisible numbers of 4, because you can see how nicely this uh, frames out, and I'll let you have a close-up view of that. By doing it this way, okay? But you get the idea that when you have an album, instead of having the individual images, you will have a really nice grouping of all of the images that go with the story there. And then as they're going through and looking at the pictures, they're able to get a little bit of content, not too much. It lets them know it continues, the story continues on the very next image. And it really helps with keeping the viewers' interest and engagement with uh, the story and with the particular client. Okay, so we're now still at 8 minutes. I want to try to complete all of this for you in about a 15-minute time frame, so it's not too long. I'll be sending out, as we always do, the updates to show you what happened at the 1-hour mark, the 4-hour mark, and also the we definitely do 24-hour mark, the 1 day, so you can see the total number of people that connected with the image. I'm going to increase the size here. And I'm going to show you something that we do that a lot of companies miss doing. In developing this particular business's reach to their market, we made sure that going into this that we would include Facebook feed on their website. They come from Facebook, they go to the web page. That's where they're going to be getting, and here's the web page. This is where they're going to be getting most of their and all of their information about this particular business, which happens to be a school. So their services education for a career in this area. So with the we have the blog area, of course, but we also include the very important thing, and that is this Facebook feed. Now, what you're going to see here is the story that we just put up, goals about being a live sound engineer and the responsibilities. There's the images that we saw earlier that were put up. And when they come to the actual web page, they're able to interact right here on the web page in Facebook. So a lot of companies will always have the area either at the front or at the top of the page where you can like them. But what we've found has been just very successful for all of the people that we put programs together for social media anchor and support social media platforms is to have a live feed on your actual website. We do see in the analytics from Google that about 70% of the people that are going to the website are coming from this particular Facebook business page. And let's see, we're going to update. I think I'm going to try to wrap this up. But any of you, I see a couple of questions here. What I always do, yes, I do make sure that if someone would like to have a live demo themselves, you can certainly set that up. You can always do that by emailing me, or you can send an email out to info at SoundMarketing.mobi. You can call our 800-575-1994 and request to have your own viewing with your staff if you'd like to see a live demo. Okay, so there must be a lot of activity because it's hanging in here at 606 viewers, and we know with 10 minutes having gone by, what's happening is there are a lot of connections, and they're not able to show them like one by one as they start to come in. So I'm going to refresh this one final time here. I'll try it over in Safari and see whichever one of these seems to be doing the best as far as real-time update. And we're at 12:04. And now, yes, it has updated. I just saw 862. So let me allow you to see this very same thing. So see, it's saying now 11 minutes. So I'll go ahead and capture that, and I'll send out to you guys the images that you did see as you were here to view this live demo of the upload of this story. And then you'll have the comparison at an hour, 4 hours. We do 10 or 12 hour, but definitely you will see the update at the 24-hour 1-day period. Okay, so this is going to be for the client, and everything that's done that we do is verifiable. What I mean by that is that we always make sure that you receive, what your total reach was, that how many organic and how well that particular story went viral or not. Just going to take you briefly, if I'm able to, into the insights, and here we are. So we know here's the story on the goals of a live sound engineer and mixing, what their main duties are. And here it's showing you of this 862, there were 700 people that are the organic viewers. We don't have any paid. We do not pay people to come to look at a story. We do this on people that have a vested interest in the service of that business. Now the viral registered right now at 167 people. That's always great because you got friend to friend, word of mouth, mentioning of our story, and our engaged users is now, let's go to the proper story. I've jumped to another one because that's saying March, and we need this to be on, and maybe what's happened is it's updated and there's another set of numbers. Sometimes that's what happens. Okay, so let's go to the engaged users, and here now you see that 544 times those 4 images have been viewed. Then you've got 141 of other, and 25 stories have generated. That is major for any business when you have your engaged users connecting with their friends and talking about um, your business, your service, and what you do, because it's basically these people are promoting you to their friends. We're still showing here that there are 7 people that shared the story, and we have one comment. I think that's the comment that I posted, which is just to acknowledge and engage back with those viewers to thank them for being the first 3, and it was. Exactly, it was just that. Okay, one of the things I want to show you before I completely sign off, the story we put up, let's see, how long ago was that? 57 minutes ago, generated what's called show shares. This is what this social media anchor calls these. Now, a show share represents people or businesses that have um, come and they've decided to post your story on their page. So here we see this individual has taken the time. I'm going to capture this for that client. They've taken the time to post our story on their page. Depending on how their security levels are set on this on Facebook here, depends on whether or not they're going to tell you like the number of friends that they have. Let's just take a little gander in here and have a look. Sometimes we get people that they posted the story in a show manner, like show and tell manner, and what's ended up happening is that they can have anywhere from 120 friends to 500, over 1,000, and we have had people whose information has indicated that they are full as far as Facebook. So I'm having a hard time getting this to update. And I guess they don't want to show me their friends because that's how they've set their information. So you won't be able to see that right now. But I do want to point that out to you, is that you're getting even more extended reach because someone has gone and uh, it generated a share to others, um, and it's now the story has now become their story on their page. So we're going to highlight this, and it's also updated now again. The story's now reached 1,057 individuals, so I need to move this down to the smaller size and capture that in 16 minutes. Don't like that capture. Let's move this up a little bit because I want to always show them the number of viral and organic in one setting. So this is 1057 in 16 minutes. I got that at that time frame, and their likes have increased as well. So this seems to be a pretty uh, well liked story by comparison to this one that just went up like an hour ago. Well, they're pretty much neck and neck. I mean, um, they're pretty close. I mean, this story is pretty much a pictorial story with a really good content information for them about what they need to know to enter the profession. This also is important because it's understanding the signal flow of what they need to know about, being in their profession as well. So that's everything that we have for you right now. Again, as I always say, if you want to have a private demo for your group or company, or for your team, if you want any consulting time for how we do what we do as far as generating Inspire to engage uh, viewers to a business, we do training, and that can also be scheduled. Okay, thank you very much, Anne. I certainly appreciate you took the time to let me know that you wanted to see this. We'll post this on YouTube, and that way, if you have others that did not have opportunity to meet right now today, they will then be able to see what you took part in. And please share with them the updates that I'll be sending to you um, uh, throughout the remaining 23 hours. Thank you so much.